Hey everybody, Hawk here, and ignore my insane weirdness. I don't know, being odd. So, tell by the title, we are doing something new. This is going to be my Halloween special. I was going to do 10 days of Halloween, but I couldn't think of 10 things to do, so we're doing 5. And what we are doing is creepy creatures from myth and legend. So, today we're starting with one you probably all know, at least in a vague sense, the Redcap. As you can see, I'm dressed vaguely like one. I don't have an actual cap. I've got this giant scarf though, which works. And this is not a pike, which is they are said to wield in their left hand, a large pike. I'm wielding a bill, close enough. They are also absurdly strong, particularly for something that's supposed to be that tall. Yes. A redcap is approximately 3 feet tall. Looks like a wizened old man. Sometimes it's described as having eagle talons for hands, large hooked nose typically, wrinkled and shriveled, about that big. They wear iron-shod boots. They're usually depicted with armor, I've seen. I've also seen plenty of depictions where they're just wearing a tunic. They always have a red cap, and the cap is red because it has been dipped in the blood of their victims. Please forgive me, noise. Now, I've seen this, well, I've read this in 2 different ways. One, they just dye their cap red because they're jerks. That's it. They just kill things and they want to wear blood on their head for whatever strange reason. The second reason is if their head ever goes dry, they disappear. They die. They poof. They explode. There's multiple descriptions of how they meet their demise. Exploding and bursting into flames is certainly some of the options. Now, where are redcaps from? Redcaps are from the Isles of Britain, specifically the border regions between Scotland and England proper. Now, they are there. This is where it gets weird. If it's not weird enough. I mean, they're already fairies. Fairies are strange as is. But this gets particularly odd with redcaps, as in redcaps are sometimes referred to in the singular, as in there is one redcap, and that's his name, Redcap. And then there's times where it's speaking like they're an entire species of fae. I don't know. Take a pick. Though the redcaps of Britain are weird. There is, I believe, it's Dutch. Yeah, there's Dutch redcaps, and they act more like brownies, meaning they're peaceful and usually pretty chill. And pretty much anywhere else that has redcaps, they're pretty chill. It's just the ones in the border regions are really crazy and like killing people, because that's what they do. Probably something to do with the fact that that particular region is soaked in blood. Now, where do redcaps live? Redcaps live in old castles and forts, haunting them. Sometimes referred to as demons, and once the island became a little more Christianized, showing them a crucifix or reading scripture from them could drive them away or cause them to explode, which is great, but that doesn't necessarily work because that might just be Christianization cheating, or just saying they're demons, and that's why that works. In any event, now, I've already gone over some very briefly went over some traits. They're extremely strong for their size. This is to say, ridiculously so. The game I know the best from is, of course, D&D 3.5, and in D&D 3.5, they have the powerful build ability, which means they can wield weapons one size category larger than themselves. They are traditionally equipped with a scythe. It's a good way to represent a really big, nasty, chopping pole weapon. In my personal opinion, I rather enjoy it. They, of course, hit one size category bigger than themselves. They also have a really high strength score for their size. Usual small things have like a 13. They don't. Theirs is, I think, a 16 offhand. It's pretty high for them being that tall. They also throw rocks really, really hard, which is, again, represented by using a higher damage dice. This is, of course, consistent with the lore, where they are said to be stronger than any normal human, which is particularly terrifying once again. Because I'm going to keep going back to the fact that they're like that tall. It's a cranky little dude, this tall, wielding a weapon this big, swinging as hard as a grown man. Now imagine getting punched by that. I mean, you got a fist half my size, with all of the force of a man of my size, going straight into it. Now, you're just going, well, they got short, stumpy little legs, I can outrun them. Nope. Have fun with that. They've got iron-shod boots on, which you'd think would slow them down, but apparently it doesn't. According to the lore, no mortal being can outrun them. So how do you beat them? well, the Christians added, you know, scriptures and crucifixes and nice things of that type to stop them. But as far as I can tell, there isn't anything in the old lore that says how you would stop one. Now, I would assume here, so take this with a large bucket of salt, that iron would work on them. However, there's lines of things like Redcaps cannot be harmed by a mortal weapon. Okay, so you need fairy weapons, you need magic, a stick. I don't know. I'm not sure how you would actually beat a Redcap in the traditional sense, which is a problem if you ever run into one, because you're probably going to die. The Redcaps are nasty, horrific, brutal little fiends that will proceed to beat your face into the dirt because they can, and then probably wash their hat with blood. Interestingly, there is a story of a Scottish lord who made a deal with one of his familiar, and he kept it locked in a box with 3 padlocks. And apparently it made him immune to mortal weapons because that was the deal he made with it. Which is interesting. So you can make deals with them. They are fey, so that's a thing, and it's strange because this did not actually involve him being inevitably, your expected but inevitable betrayal of the Redcap. No, he was in fact, reportedly in legend, captured and then boiled in lead. That's not actually what happened to him. He died in prison as he was apparently charged with being a traitor to Robert the Bruce. So, there's an interesting little factoid for you. So, yes, Redcaps. You've probably seen them in D&D. You've probably seen them in all sorts of random things. And frankly, it's probably never done them justice because they're usually used as a threatening but manageable low-level mook, or maybe if you go a little bit higher, some sort of boss. When in fact, these things should be a near unstoppable terror that you run into. That no mortal weapon, so me with this, I should be just wailing on the thing and just bouncing off it because it doesn't care. Maybe pushing it around a little, but honestly it doesn't give a crap that I'm getting crap out of it because it's cheating. So, get your crucifixes ready. Maybe pagan prayers probably works off of your own personal belief in it, so whatever mantras you like, use that. Whatever holy symbols you like, use that. Maybe throw some salt at it. Don't know if it's going to work, but you tried, right? So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Peace out, everybody, and don't let the Redcaps get you.